Hey guys, what's up? It's Finch here. We're going to be bringing you guys another game for the Swadloon Snake Draft. This time around, it's going to be a game between Charm Flash and ODR. ODR, also known as Delorobia, is one of the most successful recent RU Open players and has also done well in the circuits. He's just a great RU player, but this is his first official team tournament. He has not played a World Cup or an SPL or a Snake before, so coming off a rough week one, he's hoping to rebound here and get his first win. We're on the other side, Charm Flash of the Mambas, who won a bit later in the draft, and ODR who went in the middle of the second round, which is showing how hyped he is. He's hoping to get his second win. My first one I actually recorded on his first win. I actually recorded on the channel. I believe he beat Atomic Llamas. But anyway, let's get into the teams here. Both have Sigilif, Tangela, Salazzle, a Steel type, a Fighting type, and a Water type. Wow, it's a very similar structure. I think that's pretty cool. Perhaps it might speak to some new trends in the RU metagame now that it's kind of shaping a bit around the drops and rises and so on and so forth. It is worth noting that RU still has a decent amount of steel types. It actually was without some steel types for a cycle or two, but now they're back. Things like Pernja and Bronzong is really cool to see. It's also interesting to see something like Tangela though, which is more of a PU Pokemon that has finally found its way into the realm of RU usage. It checks a number of things. For example, it'll probably pivot into both of the fighting types that you see here in front of our screen. It also should do alright against things like Gastrodon and Pernja as well, so yeah, but on the special offensive side, we see things like Salazzle and Sigilif on both sides, which should be able to take advantage of it. In addition, Inteleon is the water type of choice for ODR, which unfortunately doesn't look like it's going to do too well here against the Gastrodon. I'd imagine it's just U-turning in and out, most likely. But that can open things up for Sigilif, so we'll have to see there. Speaking of Sigilif, we're going to see it lead off for ODR against a Salazzle for Charm Flash, so looks like a favorable lead for ODR here. I'd imagine that he's probably going to go for something like a Psyshock if he has it. If it's an offensive variant, it could be a Combine variant, could be Trick variant, you know, there are a whole slew of things it could be. Just to note of some sets I've seen, we see Life Orb, we see Cosmic Power with Flame Orb, or if you're me and use Arvel with Weakness Policy, actually played ODR with that recently. I've seen other things as well. I mean, it's really hard to say. I don't think Specs Tinted Lens is a thing, but Specs Psyshock with Tinted Lens would actually do really well here. Same with Specs Air Slash, so I'll have to wait and see, but yeah. Definitely a favorable commanding position for ODR. I'd imagine Charm Flash is probably going to retreat something like the Gastrodon and Pernja just to scout out what's going to be in front of him, but let's find out. As for the Salazzles, I'd imagine a Scarf Passimian for Charm Flash, so it's probably going to be like a Toxic Nasty Plot variant, if I had to guess. Nasty Plot or knockoff Toxic and then Dual Stab is something I've seen quite a bit of. Could be Substitute as well, though I'm not as fond of that in the metagame, especially with things like Rock Blast, Gigalith being around. Well, it wasn't around in the prior metagame. I'm not sure where it is now, actually. I haven't seen as much of it, in all honesty. But I believe it still is RU. I don't think it rose to UU or any means. So yeah, what else? Just trying to think what I'm forgetting here. Well, both are taking their time. Alright, we see the Pernja here on the Psychic, and it is only doing 18%. So yeah, that looks like a very bulky Copper, and perhaps even a defensive Sigilif. So that's good for ODR. To get that information, but it's good for Charm Flash to get this in and probably get Stealth Rock up here. I don't think Sigilif's going to stay in and take a heavy slam as it'll do well over half, but hey, who knows? Yeah. Anyway, at this point, I think Charm Flash is inclined to probably just click Stealth Rock really, and if I'm ODR, he could bring in Beware, or he could just go Bronzong to say, okay, I'm fine taking Heat Crash, or he could even be of the Heat-proof ability, in which case he's okay taking an Earthquake if that's what Charm Flash predicts and he has it, which I don't think he even does. So yeah, all in all, I believe this is a fine position for both. Nothing out of the ordinary here, both of them taking their time to just figure it out. So I'm going to have a sip of my Coke because I'm just finishing up lunch now. Had some White Castle cheeseburgers, they're pretty solid, no lie. Alright, we see Heat Wave here. It's actually 50% and get a burn on the cut. Wow, and that burn halves the damage of Heavy Slum, so it only does 37%. That's a great turn for ODR. Very fortunate there. So he was going to be put below 20% health, probably. Yeah, below 20% health, but instead he was put, actually below 30% health. He would have been put below 30% health for sure. And, oh, Ferrania dropping a comma in the chat. It's funny. I'm not showing the chat, unfortunately. I'm only showing the screen, so I'm kind of verbalizing what's happening because, unfortunately, if I record the full screen with this computer, then it lags super bad. And when it lags super bad, I can't actually upload the file. So, it's unfortunate. Sorry, there's not much I could do about that. I'm going to try and get my new computer next week, early next week, so then I'll be able to kind of fix that problem. So thankfully for the vast majority of Snake, we're gonna at least have both. I'm surprised he Roost there and didn't go for the kill, because now he lets up rocks, but I guess he has defog on his Sigilif maybe? Go wait and see. It seems like it's a challenge for Charmflash to actually break through the Sigilif here. Hopefully Gastron walls it for his own sake, but you'll have to wait and see. If it's not defog, he just let rocks up there for virtually no reason. Maybe he's scared of Energy Ball, or he was scared of Energy Ball before a Roost. I'm not too sure, but I'd have to imagine Gastron should be able to still make these attacks. I mean, if the Psychic's doing 18 and Heatwave's only doing 50, then this might not even be max offensive either, and he does easy as defog, so yeah. Ultimately, the net gain in that sequence was just basically the Caparajah's life. I mean, 62% in burn. It's a lot. Anyway. At this point, I have to say that I see no reason not to just fish for Psychic here and see what happens. And he does just that. Does 45. That's an impressive amount. And on a recover, okay. So both of them were just trying to feel it out there. Makes sense. Another Psych there does 41 and no drop, but another recover. I don't know if spamming recover is the best idea. You do have one more recover to PP. You could just go for the Heat Wave and then try and get a burn or something on a recover. Yeah, like I just go for a Heat Wave on this turn, and if he goes for recover, then like okay, now you suddenly have the same amount of Psychics as recovers, and then you do that one more time later on. You get one more, and it's like you don't know your Heat Wave PP. I feel as if there we go. We see the Heat Wave there, just 15%, and he doesn't recover. So there you go. I'd even do it again the next turn. You lose nothing in going for it. If you get the burn, it's even better. So it feels as if this is not good at all for Charmflash. Yeah, and another Heat Wave here on a Clear Smog. Okay. Does that mean it doesn't have Scald or Ice Beam? Because it's obviously not Calm. You've seen all 4 moves, so like, what's the point? Yeah, it's going for another Heat Wave there. Another Clear Smog. That's fine and well and all that, but like, we're kind of just seeing a slow progression here, if you will. And there's also a PU game happening right now between Planet 1 and Rosie Bear. I'm not really sure what's going on now. You see a recover there, so there you go. You see now 11 recovers, and it's got 12 Psychics. So all of a sudden it's great. And yeah, Tangela comes in here now for free. It could force a knockoff or a sleep or a grasp movement, like whatever the hell it wants to do, really. I'd imagine just go for knockoff here. It seems like a safe play. Everyone's talking big about this PU. What the hell's going on in this? I'm just trying to look real quickly. Oh boy, it's Cotton Guard Body Slam. Cotton Guard Body. What the hell is this? Oh my lord, PU is great. Does this learn Body Press? Does it even learn Body Press? It doesn't learn Body. This man's just casual Cotton Guard. Alright, I fuck with it. Sizzlift comes in here now in a knockoff. It takes 37% and it loses its life orb. So huge advantage ODR here now. I'd have to imagine he should be able to take a hit or two with Bronzong or Sigilif, or perhaps even a hit with Inteleon if need be. As initially a Heatwave Sigilif looked like it matched up quite nicely with ODR's team, so unfortunate for Charmflash to say the least that he's now in this cornered position. Charmflash's timer is definitely getting lower. It's at 90 seconds now. ODR is taking his time as well, at 180 seconds, but he definitely is he's able to manage his time nicely, it seems, so good spot here. At this point, I'd have to imagine we're probably going to see some sort of switch from ODR. I don't think he wants to risk taking an Air Slash or a Heat Wave. An Air Slash might even kill. If we see a Caparajah double on a Bronzong, alright, that sounds like a reasonable play for both. I think that was a good idea for Charmflash to try and just get rocks up when he can. The issue is it invites the Sigilif right back in, but now you bait a defog, so you could go to your Gastrodon or your I'd go at Passimian here actually, because Passimian gets Divine, but you risk Psychic, and yeah, he didn't want to risk that. Okay, that's fair. And we see another Clear Smog there from the Charmflash side, which is all fair, fine and well. Slijif comes back here now on a Giga Drain. The 17% healing the Tangela up a little bit, probably going to force a Roost from Sigilif. Inteleon comes in now, predicting a Roost, yup, and I imagine we're going to see a U-turn here baiting in the Gastrodon. And he goes Caparajah on the Focus Energy. Sir? Is this your set? Oh boy. Well, Gastrodon should be able to wall this, right? I'd assume Gastrodon walls this. Well, we're gonna find out right now as Gastron comes in on a Dark Pulse. Crit does 50. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. We are one crit flinch away from some pandemonium breaking loose, guys. This could be the Inteleon coming out party very well. Despite facing Gastrodon and a Tangela and something quicker. Who knows? Maybe you can break through. But anyway, I think ODR has pretty sizable advantage. He definitely was assisted by the early burn. That definitely played into his favor, but he's playing a fine game as well. I don't think either player's really made any poor plays per se. Passimian came out on the Ice Beam. Wow, a great mid-ground there from ODR. Predicting him to go Passimian on the Dark Pulse. Okay, I could just fire off an Ice Beam and knowing it'll do the same amount of damage to the Gastron, but more importantly, forget about it, get out of Passimian, and that just devoured it with the Sniper crit. So yeah, all of a sudden it looks very favorable for ODR now. There's no way to revenge kill this either. Keep in mind, Swadloon's 366, this is 372. Sizzlift is not Scarf, confirmed. Tangela's obviously Slowage can die to a crit. Fringe's got Slowage can die to a crit. This may very well just win without switching out here. This could be a short outing for ODR and Charm Flash, and one that is lopsided in favor of ODR due to the circumstances that we've seen so far. Fringe comes in here, but I don't know that this is really going to do much. I've been trying to bait the Snipe shot so you get an extra turn of leftovers in the Gastrodon. That would make some sense, but would it make enough sense? I really don't know. Well, he goes Gastrodon here on the Dark. Oh my god. And the Dark Pulse just killed him for 50. Oh my god. It's happening. It's happening. The Inteleon is 6-0-ing. Oh my goodness gracious. This is just a delightful sight. I gotta say, I didn't expect this when I saw Gastrodon and the Passimian team preview. I thought, okay, it could be revenge killed, yeah, and it could be walled, yeah, but no, it seems as if, quite on the contrary, there is a very unfortunate fate here for Charm Flash and Amambas in the first game of their set for the week 2 of Smalgon Snake Draft. As ODR, it looks as if he's going to prevail and get his first ever win in Smalgon Snake Draft. Huge congratulations to him. Protect Salazzle. It's Surf, it's not even a Snipe shot. Yeah, makes sense, honestly. Another Protect here, but I don't think Protecting is going to save you, unfortunately, if you're in Charm Flash's position, as he says, unlucky in the chat. And it is true that he was unlucky, but he probably should still say good game, but I guess he's not going to. Well, anyway, congratulations to ODR, and really interesting showing from that Inteleon. And I hope you all enjoyed. Definitely be sure to check out the channel. We got more games coming from Smalgon Snake Draft and other tournaments. Until then, guys, though, have a great day. Alright, peace.